what's the best starter in the game? Well, they're all pretty much the same stat wise. None of them is superior to the other in a major way. Like if we look, Crystal is more defensive. It's got an okay attack stat, but it's mostly defensive. Uchik is mostly offensive. It's got okay special defense, but it's mainly attacker with low HP, special attacker with low HP. And then there's Smazzy, who's mostly offensive with okay HP. So you can see that there's no big difference between them. They all can cover attack wise, and they can all sort of take a hit. But let's look at the type advantages. Crystal provides you super effectiveness against electric and mental. There are a lot of Genkies and Gazmas in the game, especially on the first island. Well, Genkies on the first island. And there are quite a bit of mentals early as well, with the bad guys having mental types. Crystal's weak to fire, ground, and fighting. So you don't see any fire until about midway through the game. You don't see any ground or earth about midway through the game as well. But you do see fighting early with Saipat. So I think Saipat is like the only melee early aside from Smazzy. Mental provides you super effectiveness against normal and melee. So mental is exceptionally good early because there's a lot of normal types. And there's a few melee types. Again, there's Saipat, Smazzy. But it's weak to electric, digital, and crystal. So there's a lot of Genkies at the start. There's only your rival with digital, so you don't have to worry about digital right now. But it's weak to crystal. And there's not many crystals early. I think you deal with the Tem crystal itself. Let's look at melee now. Melee is weak to earth and crystal. There aren't a lot of earth and crystal at the start. You'll see a lot of this about after the first island, but it is weak to mental and digital. It's probably the best defensive typing early because there's only the bad guys and I mean a few trainers that carry mental, and there's no digital, only your rival. So after we've looked at all this, what is the best one? Since the advantages are so minor, I think your best option is to go with Crystal early. Crystal gives you typing that you cannot find until the very end of the game. There will be an abundance of crystal types at the end of the current story. But before that, there is absolutely none to catch. Zero. You can catch can you catch a mental type early? Yeah, you can catch Barnshee early if you really need a mental type in your party. It's not necessary. Typing advantage it provides is very minor. It's just mental's really good for the first island because of all the normal types. But I do recommend you pick based on which one you like more appearance-wise. The advantages it provides, aside from when you can find that type in the game, the advantages are so minor. But if you were to pick based on, a slight advantage, I would recommend Crystal. But do remember, Crystal is the only one you can find in the game currently. So if you were to pick based on, I want to collect all the starters, then it would probably be best to start with Huchik or Smazzy because you can find Crystal at the end of the game. And it saves you a little bit of time trading. But that is about it. There aren't any big differences. Preference is all it comes down to here. I recommend Crystal, but any of the starters will suffice. All right, thanks.